Hello, my dear noble ones. Today's story is The Other Side. Once upon a time, in a remote and serene land, there lived a young Buddhist monk who had spent years devoted to his spiritual practice and learning from the wise elders in his monastery. His heart was filled with the desire to deepen his understanding of the teachings and to seek enlightenment. In pursuit of this aspiration, he embarked on a long and solitary journey that would lead him to the sacred temple of his sect, nestled deep within the mountains. As he walked along the rugged path, the young monk encountered various challenges and obstacles that tested his determination and faith. He faced treacherous terrains, wild beasts, and moments of doubt. Yet, he persisted with unwavering resolve, knowing that his spiritual path was one of growth and transformation. After days of walking, he arrived at the banks of a wide, powerful river that stood between him and his destination. The river's turbulent waters seemed insurmountable, and his heart sank with the realization that he might not be able to cross it on foot. He spent hours contemplating the best way to proceed, trying to figure out if there was a hidden bridge or a safe crossing nearby. But the river's breadth was formidable, and no obvious solutions presented themselves. Exhausted and disheartened, the young Buddhist sat by the riverside, his mind tangled in frustration. In his moment of helplessness, he noticed a figure on the other side of the river, a wise and revered teacher, known for his profound understanding of the Dharma, the teachings of Buddha. Seeing this great master across the water, the young monk's hope was rekindled. Summoning his voice, he called out to the teacher, "Oh, wise one, can you tell me how to get to the other side of this river?" The teacher, serene and composed, observed the young monk's distress and recognized the depth of his yearning for wisdom. He smiled gently and replied, "My son, you are on the other side." Perplexed by the response, the young monk furrowed his brow and wondered if the teacher had misunderstood his question. "Venerable sir," he said, "I am still on this side of the river. My destination lies across the water. How can I be on the other side?" The teacher's eyes twinkled with understanding as he explained, "You see, my son, the other side is not merely a physical place. It is a state of mind, a realization of truth and self-awareness. As long as you seek something external, believing it to be the other side, you will be trapped in a cycle of desire and frustration. The journey to enlightenment does not lie across the river. It lies within you." The young monk listened intently to the teacher's words, and a profound realization began to dawn within him. He understood that the river was not just a physical barrier, but also a metaphor for the obstacles and attachments that prevented him from reaching his spiritual destination. He had been so preoccupied with the idea of crossing the river physically that he had overlooked the wisdom of the teacher's response. With newfound clarity, the young monk bowed deeply to the wise teacher, expressing his gratitude for the profound insight he had received. He realized that the true path to enlightenment was an inward journey, a journey of self-discovery, detachment from worldly desires, and a deep understanding of the nature of existence. From that moment on, the young Buddhist monk continued his pilgrimage with a transformed perspective. He embraced the challenges and obstacles as opportunities for growth, knowing that every step he took was a step towards the other side, the realm of enlightenment and spiritual fulfillment. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the young monk persevered in his practice, deepening his understanding of the Dharma and nurturing his inner peace. He realized that the journey to the other side was not a linear path, but a continuous cycle of learning, unlearning, and self-realization. Ultimately, the young monk arrived at the sacred temple of his sect, not just as a traveler who had reached a destination, but as a seeker who had found a profound truth. He became a revered teacher himself, sharing the wisdom of his experiences with others who were on their own journeys to the other side. And so, the story of the young Buddhist and the wise teacher spread far and wide, reminding countless souls that the other side was not a distant shore to reach, but a boundless ocean of wisdom and compassion that resided within each one of them.